Hello and welcome to today's episode of Focus Atlanta. I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for tuning in with us this Sunday afternoon. In our first segment, we're going to learn a little about Harlem Rhapsody with author Victoria Christopher Murray. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
I don't know if you can tell I'm excited too. I'm like bubbling over. I can't wait to tell our viewers about this book. Give me a little history. What led to this?
So it's very interesting. I've written about 30 books, a little bit more than 30 novels. And a few years ago, I started writing historical fiction. And what I discovered was that there were so many women, or people, I should say, who've been hidden in the folds of history. And so this is my first time writing a solo historical fiction. And I decided to write something about a period of time that I'd be interested in. And no one had tackled the Harlem Renaissance. And I was looking for an important woman. And I found the woman who ignited the Harlem Renaissance. I mean, I went looking for a little seed and I found this bomb, this explosion. There was one woman, Jessie Redmond Fawcett, who ignited the entire literary movement that we know of as the Harlem Renaissance.
Oh my goodness, how exciting. I can only imagine. For me, it seems like so much information, so much history. It would almost be difficult to, dive in and give your readers the pieces that are really, integral to the story. Like, how did you choose which pieces of her story? Do you know what I mean? To tell?
Yes, and that's such a great question, because one of the things that I don't want to do as a historical fiction writer is I don't want to write a book about from the cradle to the grave. I want to pick a time. And so I chose what I thought was the most important period of time for her. And that was from 1919 to 1926, when she was the literary editor of the Crisis magazine. And that was the only place where Black people could be published. So she discovered all of the writers that we know. She discovered Countee Cullen when he was 16, Langston Hughes when he was 17. She became best friends with Nella Larson, who wrote Patsy. All of the writers that we know in the Harlem Renaissance, she discovered them, nurtured them, edited them, and published them before anyone else. So the time period was really important, but it was easy to choose with this book.
Okay. Oh, that's so interesting to me. I always wonder that when I'm like, how did you choose? It's all so interesting. It's all, different pieces could take you in different directions.
Yes.
Did you think about that at all? Then after you chose what aspect you were going to write about, were you thinking, where do I want the reader to go? What do I want them to know about? Does that play any part in it at all?
Well, that played a very important part in this book, because one of the reasons she was the literary editor of the Crisis magazine, because there was never a literary editor before her, and there was never a literary editor after her. And the Crisis was founded by W.E.B. Du Bois. And after I started writing the book, I discovered the reason that she was the only one was that he created that position for her because they were having an affair. And so it became a thing of, oh my goodness, do I want to write this book? But then I discovered that the Harlem Renaissance may have never happened without the affair between W.E.B. Du Bois and Jessie Redmond Fawcett. And so even though it was something that challenged me, I couldn't leave it out, because it would have been a plot hole. It would have been just, why is she doing all of this? How'd she get there? It would have been, I couldn't leave it out. And it showed that even our most endeared heroes are flawed. And so that was something, because I was like, maybe I should choose another period of time for her. But the most important period was the Harlem Renaissance. This year is the 100th anniversary of the Harlem Renaissance, and it started with the launch of her book. So not only did she find all these authors, she was the most prolific writer during the Harlem Renaissance period.
Oh my
I
God.
had to choose that part. I had to tell the story of how she got to New York from Washington, D.C., with W.E.B. Du Bois.
You did. You chose exactly the right spot. I'm just so excited. Then I can't let you get out of here without giving us a website. We want every viewer to know where they can get Harlem Rhapsody.
Well, you can buy Harlem Rhapsody anywhere. You can order on Amazon or anywhere books are sold. But you can go to my website at www.victoriachristophermurray.com and read a little bit more about the novel, as well as find out where I'm touring and where I'll be going talking about this book.
Well, I'm so excited for you. Thank you so much for making time for us. Thank you for coming on the show. And thank you for writing this book.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, guys, I don't know if you're as excited as I am. I'm like bubbling over. I can't stand it. Please take the opportunity to go to the website, learn more about the book. Again, there are, little excerpts. You can learn more about her tour dates. She might be coming, someplace in Atlanta soon. I'm just going to throw that out there, throw that little hint out there. So take the opportunity to go to the website and learn more. And stay tuned to More Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.